Welcome back, everybody, to the final SmackDown before Extreme Rules. And we're a little late for these shows, but it's absolutely okay, because we're going to plow through them all today. And kicking things off, we have a preview of Extreme Rules Tag Team Diva matchup, as Cameron goes one-on-one with AJ. And we're live from Houston, Texas for SmackDown this week, as Cameron makes her way to the ring reunited with the brand new Divas Champion, Naomi. With this tag team reunion, these two, the Funkadactyls, will take on AJ and Paige at Extreme Rules. And of course, this tag team match came about because Naomi took the Divas Championship away from AJ, but AJ is waiting for her title shot next month at Payback. So coming up at Extreme Rules, we'll see the reunion of not only Paige and AJ, but the Funkadactyls back in tag team action. And of course, AJ is now the former WWE Divas Champion, losing the title to Naomi inside of a solid steel cage this past Monday on Raw. And she looks to get a bit of revenge on Naomi upcoming at Extreme Rules in the tag team match. And of course, if AJ's going to pick a partner, she's going to pick her partner in crime, Paige. And of course, these two don't exactly get along, but it's the best tag team partner AJ's got. She looks to put a dent in the Funkadactyls against Cameron up next. And there's the bell as our opening contest on SmackDown kicks off. And what a show we have this evening for you. We got our SmackDown champions in action, as Kofi Kingston, the Intercontinental Champion, faces Bad News Barrett, the European Champion, faces Dean Ambrose in a triple threat contest. And of course, we'll talk about how Ambrose ended up in that situation a little later on. Also tonight, in a non-title preview and a rematch from last week, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro take on Triple H and Seth Rollins. And of course, they'll get their championship match at Extreme Rules. Right now, AJ sends Cameron flying across the ring with the head scissors. Cameron back up to her feet. And here goes one of AJ's favorites, the running bulldog. Drives Cameron forehead first into the mat. And then AJ snaps off the neck. Oh, look at that. Nice hurricanrana by Cameron. Takes the champion over. And there's a big knee drop right in the eye socket. AJ devastated, but not so devastated that she can't battle back against Cameron. Hooks her up, and then Cameron side Russian leg sweep. Great job there. And a big kick to the back. Many people shocked that Naomi finally not only got the Divas Championship match, but was able to stop AJ's reign of terror. AJ had been on a roll for quite some time, and she'll look for her rematch next month. Also tonight, Daniel Bryan's tap-out challenge continues as he continues to torment Shawn Michaels' new students, Adrian, Neville, and Justin Gabriel. Tonight, it's Adrian Neville trying to tap out the Yes Man. And Cameron gets pulled back to her feet by AJ. AJ locks her in place. And there's the sliced bread DDT. Rocks Cameron. Is this enough to put the Funkadactyl down? Into the cover here. Ooh, and only a 1 count. Very surprising. Oh, but now she's locked in the Black Widow. Can Cameron hold on, or will she be forced to tap out here? She's trying to hang in there. And she does. Wow, look at that. Cameron showing a lot of toughness here tonight. But AJ's not done. She's going to roll her over the cover in 1, 2, 3. And that was it. Cameron, I give you credit for not tapping out, but she didn't have enough strength to kick out and stay in this matchup. There you see that sliced bread DDT. All of AJ's weight crashing Cameron's head into the canvas. But Cameron still found the heart to kick out. And then she got locked into AJ's vicious Black Widow submission. But within that submission, she used everything she had left. And AJ was able to get the easy 1, 2, 3. And it appears that these two are on the same page for now, and that spells bad news for the Funkadactyls, upcoming at Extreme Rules. The two defending champions coming up at Extreme Rules collide with Dean Ambrose in a triple threat match up next here on SmackDown. And Dean Ambrose was the first victim of the Intercontinental title #1 Contenders tournament. Took a hard loss to Booker T on that main event exclusive tournament. He fell to the former Intercontinental champion in his own right, Booker T. So Booker T knocks Dean Ambrose out of the Intercontinental title #1 Contenders tournament. But tonight, he's going to get a chance to keep himself high in the rankings as he faces not only the Intercontinental Champion, but the European Champion in a non-title triple threat match. We'll see what the Lunatic Fringe can do in this one. And bad news, Barrett defends the European Championship against Sami Zayn at Extreme Rules. What a matchup that should be. But tonight, Barrett's got a chance to knock off the Intercontinental Champion and Dean Ambrose as he prepares for that contest against Zayn. And of course, our very own Kofi Kingston, representing the New Day, our brand new Intercontinental Champion. Won the title back from The Miz after a back and forth feud, and now he waits the winner of the Intercontinental title #1 Contenders tournament on main event. Tonight, he gets a chance to flex his muscles as the new champ against not only European Champion Barrett, but the unhinged Dean Ambrose. Can the New Day leader keep his momentum going, or will he get caught up in this triple threat disaster? And here we go, there's the bell. Barrett already going to work on Ambrose, slams him down off the shoulders, and puts a knee right in the middle of his back. And here comes Kofi, jumps Barrett from behind, and blasts him with a gutbuster. Ooh, and there's a hard kick to the back. Kofi Kingston, one of the best kick throwers in the business. Barrett creates some space. Oh, it looked like Kofi Kingston was going on a variation of the Paige turner there. Ambrose shoots Barrett off the ropes. Nice spine buster there. It's almost like Ambrose and Kingston are teaming up on Barrett here. Nice DDT by Ambrose. And he's going to go right after... Oh no, Kofi Kingston went after Ambrose. Cut him off. Now all alliances are down. Nice tilt-a-whirl slam by Bad News Barrett as they both put up the boots to Dean Ambrose. And now Barrett relying on his bare-knuckle tactics to blast Ambrose. Ambrose not too shabby himself, and now look, Kingston and Ambrose team back up. Double DDT on the European Champion. Back elbow by Kingston. Grabbed by Ambrose, and he eats a DDT as well. Oh, and there's an elevated spinebuster for Kofi Kingston. Lovingly known as the Sky High back in D'Lo Brown's era. Nice jawbreaker there by Barrett. Kingston grabs a hold of Bad News. Shoots him in. Barrett reverses. Belly-to-belly suplex. Release overhead. Will Bad News Barrett be able to fight off the advance of Sami Zayn in their championship matchup? Now, a lot of the matchups on Extreme Rules have not had a set stipulation yet. We'll have to see what happens. We'll run down the match card at the end of the show, but it's a hell of a pay-per-view coming up. Hey, look at this. Ambrose locks in the submission here, but there's Bad News Barrett to break it up immediately. And now Ambrose going to try to convert it into a cover, just like Paige did, but broken up once again. Bad News Barrett not going to let that exchange go down. No, what's this? Ambrose sends Barrett to the outside. Ambrose got eyes on him. Uh-oh, and Ambrose is unhinged, hits the far ropes, and he goes through a suicide dive, crashes both men into the barricade outside. And Kofi Kingston jumps to the outside, looks to clean up this mess and pick up a huge victory here on SmackDown. Now, of course, Bad News Barrett is the defending champion going into Extreme Rules from SmackDown, along with the tag team champs. He's got the most to lose in this match, although Kofi Kingston, he's the Intercontinental Champion, technically one step down from the WWE Champion. He would also look very bad here in a loss. So a lot on the line for the champions, and Dean Ambrose has the most to gain. If he was to win this matchup, that would be defeating 2 champions here on SmackDown, and he'd certainly be in line for an upcoming European title match. Huge right hand from Barrett. Sends Kingston into the guardrail. Back elbow for Ambrose. But Ambrose, he's a great brawler in his own right, throwing lefts and rights. And we got a brawl here on the outside of the ring, and oh no, Kofi Kingston slammed down in the spine buster. And now Barrett's going to wrench that leg. Dean Ambrose trying to fight his way back in here. He gets reversed by Barrett. Oh, huge running two-handed bulldog by Kingston. Jumping clothesline to Barrett. And Kofi Kingston now is on fire on the outside of the ring. Float over, neck breaker. And the Intercontinental Champion puts Barrett down hard on the outside. Dean Ambrose belly to back. Sends Kofi Kingston right down on his neck, right on those thin outer mats. And oh no. Suplex position, and then drops down into a DDT. We might not see the Intercontinental Champion again in this matchup. And now there's a spine buster for Ambrose on the outside. And this triple threat match is breaking down here. Submission applied to Ambrose on the outside. Kingston there to break it up. And now Ambrose back in, Kingston back in, and Barrett all back in the ring. And who knows what's going to happen now. All 3 men in the ring. This match could come to an end at any point. Covered by Barrett. And Ambrose says, hell no. Oh, and there's the Bulldog DDT from Ambrose into the cover here. Oh, but Kofi Kingston not going to let that go down. Kick to the gut by Ambrose. And then a kick to the face. Ooh, and you see there, Bad News just snatched Ambrose into the winds of change as Kingston was coming around with the trouble in paradise. Knee to the gut for Barrett. Barrett answers back with a left hand, and then a right hand for Ambrose. Kingston knocks Barrett into the ropes. Barrett avoids. Kingston slow slings back down. Hurricanrana into the pin by Kingston 1. And Ambrose breaks it up. What an awesome triple threat matchup. Ambrose shoots Kingston to the outside of the ring. Snaps Kingston's neck off the ropes. And Barrett now got the chance with Dean Ambrose. Bull hammer right to the head. And this could be it here for the European Champion, the cover. 1, 2, 3, and the European Champion is victorious as he gets one step closer to Extreme Rules. Let's take a look at how it went down here. Ambrose had the submission in on the Intercontinental Champion. Thought he might have had the pinfall victory, but bad news, Barrett denied him. And then Barrett goes to the outside. And look at this. Ambrose truly looking unhinged and on the fringe. As he looks back and forth, wonders does he have enough time to hit the ropes and crash into Barrett? And he does. What a spectacular maneuver that was. Kingston was wise to stay out of the way of that one. And then you see here, Kingston, big knee to the gut. And Barrett blasted him. And then blasted Ambrose. And then Kofi blasted Barrett. This was a very frantic part of the matchup here. Beautiful Hurricanrana by Kingston. Almost got the win there. But Dean Ambrose ruined it. And then bull hammer elbow off the short arm. Left Ambrose dazed and confused. Kingston was outside the ring for the cover, the count, and the victory for the European Champion. And I hope Sami Zayn was keeping a close eye, because that's what he's got to deal with at Extreme Rules, with the European Championship on the line. Congrats to Bad News Barrett. And the Daniel Bryan Tap-Out Challenge continues. Can he put away Adrian Neville this week here on SmackDown? And Adrian Neville, unfortunately, came up short in a European Championship match just before WrestleMania. And now he's the target of Daniel Bryan's Tap-Out Challenge. Last week, Adrian Neville's partner, Justin Gabriel, forced to tap out at the hands of Daniel Bryan. This week, Neville looks for a little revenge against the Yes Man. And Daniel Bryan has a guaranteed championship match next month at Payback after defeating Shawn Michaels 5-1 in an Iron Man match at WrestleMania. In the meantime, Daniel Bryan, of course, has had his open tap-out challenge, answering any and all comers, including Santino Marella, General Adnan, and Justin Gabriel. Tonight, he faces probably his biggest challenge as he takes on the man that gravity forgot, Adrian Neville. Can Daniel Bryan tap him out, or will he finally fall victim to his own challenge? And there's the lockup. Now, while Adrian Neville is an extremely capable technical wrestler, I don't know that his knowledge of submission wrestling is great enough to compete with Daniel Bryan. We'll have to see what goes down here. Out of the corner, both men lock up. This time it's Neville with the wrist lock. Switches to a hammerlock, trying to show Daniel Bryan that he can hang with him. And when it comes to technical wrestling, I believe he can hang with him, but submission maneuver for submission maneuver, I don't know that Adrian Neville has that type of knowledge, that depth of knowledge that he needs. Because even if you do get Daniel Bryan a submission hold, doesn't mean he doesn't know a way out of it. You have to have a very good wrestling acumen to put and keep Daniel Bryan in the submission. Right arm shot blocked. Oh, and there's a quick running kick to the face. And now Daniel Bryan, nice back suplex. And that neck and shoulder area is where Daniel Bryan's going to want to work. Whether he uses the cattle mutilation submission or the yes lock. Those are where those moves focus on, the head and neck and shoulder area. And that's where Daniel Bryan's going to want to keep his attack focused. Nice seated drop kick there by Neville. Knocks the wind out of Daniel Bryan. He's still down and out. Oh, till he kicks Neville off there, back up to his feet. Oh, Bryan avoids the enziguri there. Snapmare by Neville, and a kick right up the spine. Here we go. Neville starting to work on a party part here. Already got a nice leg DDT, jamming the ankle and knee bones and putting tremendous pressure on the ligaments. Ooh, and he went to go drop kick the back there. Daniel Bryan just too good. Head and arm suplex snapped off. Daniel Bryan, of course, as I mentioned, the #1 contender for next month in Payback. Upcoming at Extreme Rules this month. It's our very next show after SmackDown, Extreme Rules. The WWE Championship will be on the line as The Undertaker defends against John Cena. And the winner of that match faces off with Daniel Bryan next month at Payback. Neville, Irish whip into the corner, nice forearm smash. And Neville now, reverse Hurricanrana. And Neville doing an excellent job here in this match against Daniel Bryan. Like I said, Daniel Bryan's biggest threat to date with the tap out challenge. And let's see, can he focus? Oh yes, look at this. Texas cloverleaf, and then pulls it all the way through with the knees. And Daniel Bryan's lower back and legs have to be killing him. Another running foot shot there. And here comes the real thing. Here comes the fireball knee, the Hadouken. Hadouken, there it is. Wipes out Neville. And here we go now, into the cattle mutilation. And will this be enough to put Neville away? See Daniel Bryan wrenching those shoulders, pulling up, trying to pull him out of socket. And Neville found his way out, my goodness. And another kick. All this time blocked by Bryan. A Japanese arm drag takes Bryan up and over. Neville standing shooting star press. And if this was pinfalls counted in this match, I don't know. Neville might be picking up a victory here. But it's all about submission. And Daniel Bryan floats over. Nice swing and neck breaker. Neville can't afford to get caught with too many devastating head maneuvers. And this isn't going to help either. Oh my goodness, and that last shot takes Adrian Neville's head clean off. And the yes man's locked and loaded in the corner. Again, Hadouken! The fireball knee wipes out Adrian Neville one more time. And Daniel Bryan this time gonna slap on the hammerlock. And now the rear chin lock combination. And will this be enough to make Neville submit? No, look at this. Neville fights out. And a snapmare gets Daniel Bryan out of the hold. And Neville. And look at that. The referee got caught up in the mess there. Neville kicks Bryan off. And Bryan goes back to that suplex. And then back into cattle mutilation. How much pressure can the shoulders of Adrian Neville take here? Neville still holding on. And he survives one more time. And not only that, but escapes as well. Bryan blocks a second kick. And then, oh man, he is loving that belly to back suplex. Taking Neville to Suplex City. Brock Lesnar would be proud. And he cuts out the leg from Neville. And to the chest again. Can Neville avoid the head kick at the end here? No, he does not. Oh my goodness. And are you kidding me? Another fireball knee? Oh my god. Neville just run over with that maneuver. And this time, Daniel Bryan switches it up. And he's got the Mexican surfboard locked in. Oh my goodness. Pulling back now. Shoulders and knees being tortured by Daniel Bryan. How is Neville withstanding this type of punishment? It's ridiculous. Neville escapes, tries to throw a shot. Reversed by Bryan. And a reversal right back with a big knee to the gut. And now it's Bryan with the knee to the gut. And he grabs Neville out of nowhere. And that suplex has been Daniel Bryan's best friend in this matchup. The tap-out challenge being taken to a whole new level here on SmackDown. Big knee to the gut. Leaves Neville center of the ring. And Daniel Bryan's going up now. Leaps up top. And there's a flying headbutt. Oh my goodness, that has to knock all the wind out of Adrian Neville. And what is Bryan going for here? Oh, it was yet another fireball knee. That is 4 fireball knees to the head and chest of Adrian Neville. And I think this is going to be it here. Locks in the hammerlock. Slaps on the rear chin lock. And that's it. Adrian Neville, just another victim of the tap-out challenge. And that's 4-0 for Daniel Bryan. And you want to talk, I don't think there's been a better #1 contender in quite some time than Daniel Bryan. Not only knocked off Shawn Michaels 5-1 at WrestleMania, but now 4 weeks undefeated in a submission challenge. Daniel Bryan looks like he's locked, loaded, and ready to compete for the WWE Championship next month at Payback, whether it be The Undertaker or whether it be John Cena. Well, after last week, another tough loss for DDP and Sting. These two are going back at it here on SmackDown, and they've already signed off on a match upcoming at Extreme Rules. These two, it's not looking good for their tag team stand-in. And here comes the Icon Sting making his way down the aisle. You know, him and DDP, two WCW legends. Thought they could hit it off as a tag team. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. And now, their frustrations as a team have boiled over into a feud right here on SmackDown. Who will come out on top tonight, the Stinger or Diamond Dallas Page? And DDP, felt the same way. Thought he and Sting could form a pretty solid unit. The Stinger and the Bangman DDP. Both men possess highly impactful finishing maneuvers. The Diamond Killer, of course, legendary. And Sting's Scorpion Death Drop, just as devastating. It should have worked out, but instead they ended up on opposite sides of the fence by the end of it. They had a tough tag team run together, and they looked to take out the anger towards each other in its series of matches here on SmackDown. Here we go. DDP won the first singles match a couple weeks ago before they decided to give it another shot as a team and came up short. Let's see if Sting can get back on track. Right now, Paige in control with the side headlock. Let's Go decides to work on something else. Oh, looked like he was going to go for a big backhand and chop there, but Sting put an end to it. DDP able to reverse his way back into a power position here. Goes after the legs at the Icon Sting. If Sting's on his back, he can't put you in the Scorpion Deathlock. And he certainly can't drop you with that DDT, the Scorpion Death Drop. Nice wrist lock there by Diamond Dallas Page. Sting looking for an escape here. Ooh, and he does into his own hammerlock. Nice maneuver there. DDP backs Sting up with a big knee to the gut. But Sting, look at that speed. Irish whip and the clothesline in the corner knocks DDP down. And Stinger's back in control here. And look at that beautiful leg drop. Trying to keep on knocking the wind out of DDP. Now it's Paige with the Irish whip. Sting face first into the corner. And then look at that, falling reverse DDT. Shades of Sting himself. Multiple elbows into the neck. And DDP is certainly setting up for that diamond cutter. Big punch to the face now. Grabs a hold of Sting. Sting finds his way out. Russian leg sweep. Oh, and Sting goes to attack Paige out of the corner. And this time it's Paige with the reversal. These two know each other so well. It's very hard to surprise someone you've wrestled with for so many years. Highly fancy elbow drop there. A little tribute to Dusty Rhodes. Right and left shots. And then a huge clothesline. And DDP's back on top in this match. Sting's going to have to keep an eye out for the Diamond Cutter cover here. And Sting kicks out. Sting back up to his feet, blocks DDP's shot, and hits a running knee, the old kitchen sink, to Diamond Dallas Page. Picks Paige back up. Paige shot into the corner. And there's the Stinger Splash. Stinger Splash casts DDP unaware. And into the cover now. Will that be enough? Oh, and we'll let one Stinger Splash wasn't enough. Sting usually likes to pile him up. He likes to hit a couple Stinger Splashes. But he thought catching DDP off guard there might have given him the chance. Throws Dallas in the ropes. And Dallas reverses, sends Sting crashing down to the floor. Both these icons on the outside, and oh my goodness. DDT to Sting on the floor. And that's going to leave Sting dazed and confused here. Right hand block. Sting answers back with the left. And now it's DDP who blocks in a big forearm shot. And another block and Sting, and what a brawl now. And there's that kitchen sink one more time. And Sting breaks the count. And now he's taunting Paige. That might be a good idea. You know, DDP and the Diamond Cutter, they were hitting out of nowhere before Randy Orton was. Oh, just like that, DDT dropped. DDP out of nowhere. And Paige is really pissed now, pushes Sting back. Sting locks him in though. Vertical suplex, floats right into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Paige slow to kick out. And Sting has evened up the series between these two men at 1-1. These two weren't in an official series of matches, but they've had 2 singles matches, and now Sting just even things up 1-1 as they head into one more match at Extreme Rules. Let's take a look at the highlights here. Stinger splash in the corner, caught DDP completely by surprise into the cover there. And Paige was able to tap out. But then this suplex and then the instant float over at DDP. He was out of it, kicked out 1 second too late, and the Icon Sting picks up the victory. And look at this. Even DDP has to show Sting respect tonight. And I don't know what that means for the future of this tag team, but they'll have it out one more time at Extreme Rules. And now it's time for our main event, ladies and gentlemen, as the Authority takes on the Grapplers one last time, non-title, before their big title clash at Extreme Rules. Now last week here on SmackDown, the Authority jumped the Grapplers right in the aisleway, gave them an easy victory over Kid and Cesaro. And you gotta believe Kid and Cesaro are certainly very pissed of being attacked in the aisle like that, and they're gonna want big, heaping helping of revenge tonight. And then they hope to cap it off at Extreme Rules by taking back the WWE Tag Team Championships. The Authority's got their work cut out for them tonight. And Kid and Cesaro, of course, the former tag team champions, seeking out revenge tonight, not only for last week's attack, but for all they've been through in general. They lost the tag titles to the Authority back at the Royal Rumble. They were forced into a tournament to re-win the title shot that they were owed in the first place. Then at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins had to step in for an injured Big Show, throwing the grapplers' plans completely off. Completely off. They were prepared for Triple H and Big Show, not Triple H and Seth Rollins. And then last week, the pre-match assault by the Authority. At this point, Cesaro and Kid have reached a boiling point, and they're about to be done with the Authority and take back those tag titles, if they can pull it off. And here we go, Triple H and Cesaro kicking things off here. Short arm clothesline by the Game. And there's that classic knee drop. Triple H throwing big shots to kick off this tag team contest. Cesaro battles his way out. Throwing strikes at the Game here. Cesaro up on the middle rope. Spinning European uppercut. Tremendous blow to the Game. Triple H fights his way out of the neckbreaker there, and a Michinoku driver, and then an ugly, unpadded knee right in the nose. Oh my goodness. And this is great, but it's poor placement by Cesaro. Triple H is right in his own corner there. And there's the tag to Triple H from the back. Doesn't look like he was really ready to tag out there, but he's going to have to accept it. Rollins is the legal man. And now he's legally getting suplexed by Cesaro. And Cesaro, just a house of fire already in this match, deadlifts Rollins from the mat and then hits the gut-wrench suplex. Cover here by Cesaro. Referee slow to go down in the count, only gets a 1. And look at this, Cesaro hooks up Rollins, the neutralizer. Decent ring placement. I don't know if this is enough to put Rollins away, though. 2. Oh, my goodness. That was almost 3 already. I thought it might have been early to put Rollins away with the neutralizer, but that was like a 2.8 right there before Rollins kicked out, so maybe it's more devastating than I give it credit for. And Rollins came in fresh, too. Very surprising. Northern Lights by Seth Rollins. He doesn't even bother holding for the pin, and he's already looking for the tag out to Triple H. The King of Kings back in there, and surprise Cesaro willing to stay in there through all of this. Shoots Triple H into the ropes. Oh, but they collide. Gonna try for it again. Hits the ropes. And Triple H reverses it into the inside cradle. 2. Oh my goodness. 2.5 there for Triple H. Cesaro comes running in and eats 3 humongous right hands by Triple H, the COO of the WWE. And look at these left-handed shots now. Triple H just brutalizing Cesaro. And look at how excited Rollins is. Loves to see the boss doing the dirty work inside the ring. Cesaro trying to create an opportunity there. Hits the side Russian leg sweep. But he gets sent back into the authority corner by Triple H and eats the classic knee to the face. Oh, and speaking of classic, there's Triple H's signature spine buster into the cover here. And now it's Triple H with the poor ring placement, as Kid is easily able to break up that pinfall attempt. Shoots Cesaro off into the ropes, and now it's Triple H who collides with Cesaro. And this gives Cesaro the opportunity to tag in Tyson Kidd. And Kid's right back in there as Triple H steps out. Wow. Sad to see, sad to see. Triple H evacuate the area so easily. Oh, and there's an inside neck breaker for the game. And there's a hard boot to the spine. Tyson Kidd doing great here against the former 13-time WWE champion. Side Russian leg sweep for Kidd, though, as Triple H tries to get back on track. Punch blocked. And Triple H answers back. Oh, and there's a huge clothesline. Puts Kid down hard. And then Kid with a nice head kick. And he tags Cesaro back in. Will there be enough time to get to Triple H before he tags Rollins in? Oh, look at that. Triple H didn't even look at Rollins. Very surprising there. You figure after all the abuse Triple H has taken, he'd want to tag out. But now he got spine busted by Cesaro. Big shot to Triple H. But Triple H fights his way back out with a reversal. Cesaro creates some space here. And uh-oh, here we go. Some authority double teaming now. Smashes Cesaro head first into Rollins' boot. Ken Rollins puts Cesaro away here. Triple H put in a lot of work, took a lot of damage. You can see Triple H really having to lean on the ropes for support here. This Kid breaks up the pinfall. I think Triple H put way too much out there, exhausted way too much of his energy trying to deal with Cesaro and Kid by himself. And now Rollins could be in a dangerous spot here. If Rollins takes too much damage, I don't think Triple H can make it to the pin in time. And look at this, already tagging Triple H back in. Very surprising. Oh yes, I think Cesaro was trying to get rid of Rollins here. And Triple H sees the blood in the water, hits the pedigree on Cesaro. And Cesaro could be done here. Covered by the game. Saved by Tyson Kidd. Covered by Cesaro here. And only a 2. Huge uppercut rocks Triple H. As Cesaro trying to make it back to the corner. And he does. Rollins with a nice suplex there. And Tyson Kidd comes very close to eliminating Rollins. And there's a nice reversal. Hits the arm buster. You have to figure if Kidd and Cesaro can put Rollins away, Triple H has already taken enough damage in this match where he won't be able to break up the pin in time. And there's one of Tyson Kidd's favorite finishers, the snapmare into the neckbreaker. And look at that, Triple H. Ooh, Triple H though, as I mentioned, was very slow to make it to the pin. Kidd and Cesaro's opportunity to put these two away before Extreme Rules is running out here. Rollins, fisherman suplex, holds the pin. And only a 2 count. Kidd forces his way out of that pinfall combination. And uh-oh. Here comes some devastation. As Tyson Kidd is elevated for the corner power bomb. And this could be it here for Kidd and Cesaro, covered by Rollins. But there's Cesaro already in and already makes a save. Big kick to the gut. And then the high leg lariat, heel to the chin of Seth Rollins. And what does Kidd have in mind here? Uh-oh. Gets him in the corner. We're going to see some good old double teaming by the grapplers. snapmare, and then a vicious boot to the face by Cesaro. And Rollins already taken the neutralizer, but look at this. The Acai DDT into the cover here. 1, 2, 3, and oh man. The Authority continues to dominate the grapplers, even in this non-title matchup. Let's take a look at some of the highlights, how this one went down. Cesaro got Rollins up and hit the neutralizer. Could have been done early there, but Rollins kicks out at about 2.8. Just saves the match for him and Triple H. And then Triple H hit the inside cradle out of nowhere, almost had Cesaro defeated, and kept the momentum going with a huge spine buster. But Kidd was right there, poor ring positioning for the game. And then you can see Tyson Kidd exhausted on the ropes as Rollins hits the Acai DDT into the pin instantly. And he gets the 1, 2, 3 for the Authority. These guys are in a great position heading into their Tag Team Championship match at Extreme Rules. And it's looking real bad for Cesaro and Kidd. They're going to have to pull a miracle in order to defeat the Authority at Extreme Rules. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next show is Extreme Rules. The WWE Championship is on the line. Undertaker defends versus John Cena. The United States Championship is on the line. The Authority, Seth Rollins, pulling double duty yet again, has to defend the United States Championship versus CM Punk. The European Champion, Bad News Barrett, goes one-on-one with Sami Zayn. The tag titles, as we just discussed, are on the line as Rollins and Triple H defend against Kidd and Cesaro. Brock Lesnar looks to win the rubber match versus Mr. Money in the Bank, Bray Wyatt. The Divas are in action. Naomi and Cameron reunite to take on AJ and Paige. And in a rubber match of their own, Sting goes one-on-one with Diamond Dallas Page. I thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you at Extreme Rules.